Hello to anyone watching this. Thanks for coming on our walk with us. This is mostly what I do, is just film Chloe while we go out for walks. I wanted to make a video mostly for myself. I have a very poor long-term memory. I think I mentioned one of my previous videos, I don't remember much of Puppyhood with Chloe. I don't remember my own childhood really at all. Chloe's almost 2 now, and I have very few memories left of her as a puppy. So I wanted to make a short video of what I do remember. Just kind of reminisce as we walk along here. Don't know if anyone else will be interested in watching it, but from my own memories later on. So I got Chloe at 8 weeks old from a breeder. I made a video about that as well, and that process and what I went through to find her, the pros and cons and all that. So if you're interested, check that one out. So I got Chloe at 8 weeks old from a breeder, and as it turned out, I got a little bit of a perfect little puppy. She was such a good puppy. I remember that really clearly. Even though I had the puppy blues really bad, I also need to make a video about that. Future self, take note. She was a good puppy. I brought her home, and she was great from day one. I had done a ton of research on having a new puppy, what to do, what not to do. And it didn't really, it over-prepared me, really. It over-prepared me because I was prepared for the worst. And then I got an absolute angel of a puppy. So basically, I'd been told, and all the research that I had done suggested that, be prepared for her to cry in her crate at night for weeks, days, weeks, months, because they're used to being with their litter, they're used to being with their doggy mama, and now they're alone. And crate training is very important. If they ever have to stay overnight at the vet, they're used to being in a crate at night. So, Chloe sleeps in the bed with me now, but for the first 1.5 years, she slept in a crate. So the first night I thought, we're not going to get any sleep. And I was prepared for it. I was at peace with that. I like my sleep, but this was more important. Make sure that she does what she needs to do. So sure enough, we went to bed, and we had played just before bed, so she was tired. So we went to bed, and she went in her crate, and I lay down and fell asleep. And then at midnight, I believe it was midnight, shortly after, she started screaming. And I thought, okay, well, I didn't give her much water in the hours before we went to bed, but maybe she needs to go. So I got up, stayed very calm and quiet, put her little collar on, her leash. We went out to the yard. She peed. We came back in the crate you go. And I went back to bed, turned the lights off, went back to bed. And she screamed for 4 hours. And I was very, very glad then that my neighbors were far enough away that we weren't in an apartment situation. It was 4 hours. She wasn't overly distressed. I think if she had been really panicked, I would have gone to her and tried to calm her down, but everything I had researched said this is normal. She's fine. She needs to scream it out. Sometimes, new human babies just need to cry things out. So 4 hours of screaming, and she went back to sleep around 4 a.m. and that was that. So the next night we went to bed, fell asleep, and same thing, middle of the night, she wakes up screaming. and, you know, really high pitched, you know, ow, 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 ow. Oh, hi, sorry, Chloe. It's okay. Really high pitched distress calls, you know, she's calling for her mama. So that went on for, I think, second night was about 2 hours. So we got a little bit more sleep, and I had taken a few days off work, so because I knew this was going to happen.
Total distance 3.22 kilometers.
Sorry.
Total time 1 hour 4 minutes and 51 seconds. Split pace 21 minutes 57 seconds per kilometer.
I don't know if you can hear that on the video. I'm tracking our hike on an app. So it was just updating me. Anyway, so that was the second night. I'd taken a few nights off work, or a few days off work, because I knew our nights were going to be like this. And so the third night, I woke up, I went to bed, slept, I woke up, and it was daylight. And I thought, where's my new puppy? And I look over and she's just sitting up in her crate, quiet as a mouse. And after the first 2 nights, she never made a peep. So she didn't even, I was prepared to have to take her out, you know, in the middle of the night 2-3 times to pee. No, she went through the night from 8 weeks old. She didn't sleep the whole night, I'm pretty sure. But she never made a sound after the first 2 nights, which was not what I was expecting. I was expecting weeks of sleepless nights. So yeah, I was overprepared, but better to be overprepared than underprepared. You know, if you're not aware that this is going to happen. Yeah, it was distressing, you know, for me. You know, I got this new puppy to care for, and here she is crying. And yes, the instinct is to go to cuddle her and make sure she's okay. Oh.